direction, a place to be. High on emotions, just you and me. So like the fire deep inside, it doesn't matter where we're going. We're going. Ultraviolet deep desires, I just wanna see it glowing. It's glowing, you know. These days are golden, golden, and our hearts won't be broken, broken. We'll stay forever young. Just hold on the line, hold on the line. These days are golden, golden, and our hearts won't be broken, broken. We're dreaming with our eyes wide open, hoping to.
こんにちは、皆さん元気ですか？ Hello everyone, how are you? 元気ですか？ How are you? So today is particle の Last time we did particle は Have you already checked? Particle は Particle は you can do 私は I am something. For example, お母さんは My mother is something. So today is actually no, and you can do my something. What is I am something, and no is my something or mother's something, father's something. So it's like English of belongs to somebody, belongs to something. Okay, so what is this no? Let's learn. No, hiragana. And for example here, 私の本. 私の本 means my book. Do you remember 私 means I? This. I, my, me, everything. I, my, me, 私. But if you say 私の means my book. 私の本. So, 私のお母さん. My mother. 私のお父さん。My father. 私のペン。My pen. 私の wallet. 財布。私の財布。私のペン。私のカメラ。私のカメラ。私のヘッドセット。私のヘッドセット。My something. Easy. 私の something. My something. Okay? That's easy. 私の something. 私はてるみです。I am てるみ。私はてるみです。That was last time we did particle は。If you don't remember, one more time try to check particle は。Today is particle の of something or belongs to something. So, 私の本 my book. 私の友達 my friend. My friend. 私の友達のノート. What does it mean? 私の友達のノート. The book of my friend. Which means my friend's notebook. Note is notebook. My friend's notebook. Okay. お母さんの車 Mother's car. Okay. Mother's car. Friend. So, お母さんの車 Mother's car. 日本の東京 Japan's Tokyo. Japan's Tokyo. Which means Tokyo in Japan. Tokyo in Japan. So, why we don't say Tokyo no Nihon? Tokyo no Nihon means Tokyo's Japan. So, Tokyo belongs to Japan. So, you will say big things first. Japan's Tokyo. For example, Athens, capital city Athens in Greece. So, So Athens belongs to Greece. So you will say ギリシャ Greece Greece ギリシャのアテネ Athens. So you will say big things first. So if you want to say the address, for example, here is Stadio 73 Evdomida and Heraklion and Greece, for example. Then ギリシャのイラクリオンのスタディウ73 73. It goes like this. Big one first and it goes slowly smaller. Okay, and here 東京のレストラン東京のレストラン Restaurant in Tokyo. This is also Tokyo's restaurant. So this restaurant located in Tokyo, so this restaurant belongs to Tokyo. So big things always first. Tokyo's restaurant. So Tokyo no restaurant. If you say restaurant no Tokyo, if you change, will be totally wrong. Like restaurant no Tokyo. Like restaurant no Tokyo is, it doesn't make sense at all because this restaurant has Tokyo. Like huge restaurant has a Tokyo. No. Tokyo, big city, Tokyo has a restaurant. So that's why the always big things first. Okay, Tokyo no restaurant. 私の本 my book. 私の友達のノート my friend's notebook. お母さんの車 mother's car. 日本の東京 Tokyo in Japan, Japan's Tokyo. Tokyo no restaurant, Tokyo's restaurant. Okay? So now you know particle wa and particle no. You can write down quite many sentences to introduce yourself. When you learn the Japanese, of course you want to introduce yourself. 私はてるみです。I am てるみ。Nice to meet you. よろしくお願いします。私は日本が大好きです。I love Japan. Especially, I love Japanese car. 日本の車が大好きです。今、日本語を勉強しています。I am studying Japanese. Because I want to live in Japan. 日本にいつか住みたいからです。Like this communication is the first things you need when you meet Japanese. So that's why from now, you learn hiragana. You learn katakana.You're learning now particle and now you can make the sentences. Let's focus introducing yourself. Okay, this is a most practical and also you can memorize the phrases because this is about you. You cannot learn like something like sentence that it doesn't relate it to you. For example, I am a doctor, I am a lawyer. If you are not doctor, if you are not lawyer, you cannot memorize the medical words. You cannot memorize some vocabulary in the law. Because it's not about you and when you're gonna use finally. No, you shouldn't learn like this way. You should learn some vocabulary that related to you. If I am car engineer, I definitely need to know what is a car in Japanese. Then otherwise, I cannot introduce myself. I don't know even car. If I love the car. So definitely now, from now, you need to focus how to introduce yourself in Japanese. So let's pick up the sentences that it's something useful. Then you can arrange the sentence from here. Okay? So for example, I want to introduce myself. My room is cute. 私の部屋はかわいいです。かわいい means cute. 部屋 is room. So 私の部屋はかわいいです。私の猫はキティです。So if my cat name is Kitty and this is my cat is Kitty. 私の猫はキティです。So do you understand here? No, my room, my cat. What is something? So now you can say my something is something. Okay? 私の部屋は可愛いです。My room is cute. 私の猫はキティです。My cat is kitty. お母さんの車。お母さんの車は赤です。My mother's car is red. And then, one question. Why I didn't put 私のお母さん? Of course you can say. You can say 私のお母さん means my mother. But Japanese language is not so important to say my something is your something or her something or his something. Japanese language is the fact is more important than whose. So for example, whatever if I speak is about me. So if I say お母さん means automatically it's my mother. I don't need to say my mother. Because in Japanese, oh definitely I know that it's your mother, right? So why you mention it all the time, my mother, my father, my younger sister. No, in Japanese it's 90% is if you say mother is your mother and my mother. So not so important to say. So that's why this is, culture. Japanese language is like this. So that's why it's not so important to say my something all the time. So this is お母さん, definitely my mother. But if somebody's mother, maybe I'm talking about Takeshi's mother. So my friend is Takeshi. I'm talking about Takeshi's mother, which is rare case than my mother. I talk about my mother so many things, but Takeshi's mother, like specifically, not so often. So this time you have to say Takeshi-san no お母さん Takeshi's mother. Then, okay, Takeshi's mother, not your mother. But usually, my mother, native people doesn't say 私のお母さん. My mother, we say お母さん. That's it. お父さん, father. Which means my father. Okay, so お母さんの車は赤です. My mother's car is red. Okay, if you change, totally wrong, okay? If you say 車のお母さん. 車のお母さん means I am 車. Hi, 車. And this is 車のお母さん. That's my mother. That's I am 車. And it's 車のお母さん. 車のお父さん. So 車, I am not 車, car. So お母さんの車. My mother's, I am mother's car. Okay? Not, 車です. Hi, I am 車. I am car. And I have mother and I have father. It's totally wrong. Okay? Don't change. If you change, it will be very funny. Okay? So, お母さんの車. So, お母さんの車. My mother's car is red. Okay? お父さんのカバン. My father's bag. Okay? My father's bag is 黒. Black. So, my father's bag is black. Okay? This is also the same. Don't change. If カバンのお父さん is again, I will be a bag. カバン. I am カバン bag. Like a cartoon. Like I am bag and then I have a father. カバンのお父さん。カバンのお母さん。Bag's father and Bag's mother. Then it's like a cartoon. So don't do it. お父さんのお父さん。I am father. Father's bag. Father's mother's bag. Okay? So お父さんのカバンは黒です。お母さんの車は赤です。Okay? Then 東京のレストランは美味しいです。So Tokyo's restaurant, which means restaurant in Tokyo, is delicious. Okay, also don't change. Restaurant no Tokyo is again, I am here, restaurant, and then I have restaurant no Tokyo. This restaurant, this part is Tokyo, and this part is Osaka, and this part is Kyoto. I am here, restaurant, country restaurant. And this is Tokyo, this is Osaka. No. Tokyo is the big things, and Tokyo has a restaurant. So Tokyo no restaurant wa oishii desu. Restaurant in Tokyo, not Tokyo in restaurant. Okay? Restaurant in Tokyo is delicious. So you just say mother's car or father's bag and Tokyo's restaurant is delicious. So do you understand these differences? Wa, no, and wa? Okay? No, wa, no, wa. This, if you change, it's totally wrong. So be careful and just try to exercise to write down your introduction. My mother is this. My father is this. My room is this. My computer is this. My wallet is this. Brown, and then my book is orange, and then blah blah blah. Okay? So when you make the sentence, you need so many things. For example, how to say orange in Japanese. So in this case, many choices. Of course, ask the native people. If you have a friend, then if you don't have, search the book and search in Google Translate or textbook. So many ways, but you're not sure 100% if you're correct or not. So use the community chat, our community chat. You can ask, okay. And if you really want to introduce about myself, about yourself perfectly, of course you should join the speaking class to check your actual speaking or actual writing skill. But now it's a video. You learn what is the wa and no. So next video you can do more exercise writing, and if you really want to customize your sentence, of course you should join the speaking class. Okay? So well done, and try to introduce yourself.